combined of any CBS team. So we better look out for Jarian Jones.
What are you saying about my eyebrow?
I mean, I just know mine. 3 in this pattern as Burrow slings. It's complete with a flag down. Noah Fant on the reception.
Joe Burrow sees the pressure, top of his screen.
From the 4, slant, Chase, cha-ching! You're right on it, Logan. Jamar Chase, Gritties, touchdown Bengals.
Burrow, time, deep shot for Chase. Got it! With the coverage from Humphrey. At the last minute, space for Chase.
You simply can't leave this guy by himself. Chase on Humphrey, a first-round pick. Gilman goes to the middle of the field, isolating Chase on the boundary. That's LSU against Alabama. They've been battling for years themselves, but he's so good. We saw him earlier catch something underneath with some run after catch. Nobody tracks it like this guy.
For the second time this year. 3rd and 10 for Burrow. Firing Chase, got it. Hands catch by Chase inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
On the go route down the sidelines, it was on Humphrey by himself. This is a double. This is a high-low double on Jamar Chase, but Joe Burrow knows better. He's known this guy since he was 18 years old.
3rd and 9. Burrow out to his right, to the end zone. One hand brought in by Hudson for the touchdown. Tanner Hudson.
Talk about making a play, and guess who it was against? The guy that we've been talking about all night long, Kyle Hamilton. Stabs it with the left hand, secures it, gets the feet in.
Watch the front end of that route. We showed the end to see if he made the catch. Watch the contact here with Hamilton as he tries to get away. John Harbaugh was yelling about that. 3rd and 7. Here comes the pressure with Hamilton. It's picked up as Burrow sidelines a Chase. Got it, 1st down. Jamar Chase at the 31-yard line. 13-yard pitch and catch moves the chains.
Yeah, when you heat Joe Burrow up, there's Kyle Hamilton right in the middle. They do this a lot with him. They bring him right down to the A-gap. They do a little pick stunt. He's involved in it with the defense.
And a good addition. And forced into the roll with Nate Wiggins out right now. Pressure comes. Picked up. Burrow. Yosivas! Touchdown! Cincinnati! 80 for the Bengals in the end zone. With a Thanksgiving wish for the parents as well. Andre Yosivas.
The line of scrimmage communication was unbelievable. Ravens showing pressure. Burrow checks, they check. Eventually they bring some people. And the matchup that Cincinnati wants is Andre Yosivas on road.
Sample and Brown both in the backfield by Burrow. 4-man rush, able to break through, but he gets rid of it, and a perfect strike and a catch from Mike Gaseki. Mike Gaseki had a big first season in Cincinnati last year.
This is what Gaseki does best, this time aligned on the nickelback Johnson, and it's his ability to go up, Joe, and high point the ball. He's a great hands catcher. The radius that Joe Burrow knows he can place that ball. Not only is he 6'5", but he's long. He can jump, and he's a hands catcher. I can't stress that enough in a league where everybody wants to catch the ball with their body. Man, what a weapon now.
2nd and 3. Burrow lofting end zone. Higgins, did he get his feet in? He did. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins back in a big way. His feet in. Let's see if you can even tell.
All right, well, between quarters, they came out with the blowers. Yeah, I think as long as, yeah, it looks like that right toe is still kicking up some snow. I think he's in. This perimeter passing game, especially contested catches. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, best duo in the league, winning 50-50 balls, and there's another great example for T. Higgins.
Trying to sort out the protection here. 4-man rush. Down the seam, Gaseki. his second third down grab of this first half.
Nice job by Gasiki. Watch Cam Lewis here. The second he voids in his zone, see how Gasiki just gets his eyes around? So he understands in zone coverage, Joe, the way they used to teach us is if you're open, stay open. There's no need to run through that zone 100 miles an hour and be covered by a deeper defender. So just great awareness.
33-yard penalty right there. Makes it first down and goal. Burrow looking in zone. First read taken away. Throwing to the pylon. A diving catch inside the 1 for Chase Brown. Is inside the end zone, dove out of it to pull it in, and it's second and goal right at the doorstep.
Some of these throws that we're seeing by Burrow and Allen are just remarkable. I mean, I'll tell you what, that might be a tough.
Bills are coming. Over the middle, there's Higgins, a juggle and a catch, and another third down conversion for Cincinnati.
Yeah, it all starts inside. They've done this all-up pressure, and then they usually bail and then bring unblocked defenders. He just can't quite get there from off the edge, and Higgins is having a hard time hanging.
Chase one-on-one to the top against Benford. Burrow throws back that way, touchdown, Gasiki came loose. Mike Gasiki, his first touchdown of the year.
Buffalo dials up, an all-up pressure. This time, nobody drops. All of the defenders.
Burrow for Gasiki, perfect strike and a one-handed catch. Gasiki right down the chute gets 36 yards.
And that's huge because as this clock continues to tick, ideally you'd love to get a score on the plus side of the 2-minute.
You need more than just a third down conversion though quickly. Down 2 scores. Into the blitz, wants T. Higgins, he's got him! Higgins fights through contact for the touchdown. Second one of the day, and T. Higgins returned from the injury. He catch that thing with one hand? I mean, he had Tre'Davious White all over him and still made it look easy.
All right, watch pre-snap, you see just kind of alerts to it. He looked at T. Higgins, he saw something pre-snap that he liked.
They've really done a nice job in the run game of not allowing runs to pop over 10 yards.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow steps up in the pocket. Burrow completes. Chase. Boy, hits him perfectly in stride, giving Chase a chance to make a big play. Big play of the day. They pick up 34.
Well, really, as Burrow starts to go this way, everybody loses sight of Jamar Chase crossing the middle of the field. He starts out on the other side and then just works his way across the field. There's nobody there. And for a defense...
4th and 7.
Yeah, I got 0.
Burrow delivers, completes. Chase trying to break free. Chase inside Ravens territory, trying to breathe some life into this Bengals offense. Boy, he beat Wiggins on that play. And Chase letting him hear about it. He picks up 26.
Joe Burrow signals to max protection, knowing that now he's only going to have a 3-man route.
8 catches, 114 yards. How much does he have left in the tank? Burrow evades, throws, and that is caught on a comebacker. It's Tinsley. Highly touted rookie linebacker carted off the field early in this game in the first half. And now Marlon Humphrey has been such a huge player for this defense. So clock running down to the final 4 minutes. And the Ravens, business like, knew they had to get here, get a win as Chase makes the catch here to keep the Cincinnati drive alive in front of Nate Wiggins. And it's going to be a first down, Cincinnati, a pickup of 12. And now Joe Burrow and company begin at their own 9. Dolphins going to bring 4. Burrow step out of his own end zone, taking a shot near side. Higgins. Boy, all that athleticism and ability as he works against Jack Jones.
Well, that's what you're going to get with T. Higgins in the game. And you
no points, just incredible. One of the reasons why they were shut out for the first time in a number of years. Burrow puts some air under it. Higgins, touchdown. Boy, just an exceptional drive orchestrated by Burrow as Higgins works on Jack Jones to get the Bengals our first points.
Oh, this is so good. I mean, so good. Left foot, drag with the right foot. I mean, there is nothing that Jack Jones could possibly do when you throw the ball in that position and with that kind.
Miami brings 5. Burrow steps up in the pocket. What a pass. Gets it to his tight end. Sample. First down and more. Sample. Going to turn the corner down inside the 10. But that was all Burrow. Coming right, throwing across his body. And then it's Sample for 27.
Boy, they set this, but I would agree with Chase Brown. I think it's a whole lot to do with nothing, and we're going to see a great version of Joe Burrow next season.
Burrow fires down the field. Boy, they had to come back for it. It was Chase. Against 2 defenders, he picks up 36.
This is the danger in this kind of a double, an in-out double. And you get a good receiver with speed, they'll split that and take it every time, and they'll go deep. You know, the Dolphins, what they're trying to do between Jones and Davis, one takes the outside breaking route, one takes the...
That was a compliment.
Thank you.
Burrow, near side, wide open. And the Chase Brown show continues. 3rd touchdown of the quarter for Brown.
He's trying to tell them to bump it, bump it. Somebody go out with Brown. Nobody hears it, nobody sees it, and that's how you get Chase Brown all by himself. Consider this a pretty nice day at the office for Chase Brown. What's that, 3 touchdowns?
In the quarter, taking advantage of the multiple takeaways. But eventually took over the reins, had a career year. As Burrow slinging one to the end zone, it's Gasiki coming back home and sticking it to his former team. 4th touchdown pass from Burrow. 5 for Cincinnati, and we still have basically an entire 4th quarter to be played. Gasiki climbing the ladder. Bengals putting one on the chin of the Dolphins.
The best wide receiver combo, and then you talk about that trio with Yoshivash. They're going to find out how good they are this afternoon.
On 3rd and 10, there's Jamar Chase. He ripped it away from contact. Will Johnson had a hand in there on it, and Chase just took it, secured it, and got the first.
Yeah, watch as he breaks across to the middle of the field. Look at Will Johnson playing underneath coverage. Again, the confidence and the chemistry that Joe Burrow has with Jamar Chase.
2nd and 7. Burrow to the air, to Chase, to the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd of the day. And the Bengals extend the lead from 8 yards out.
You know, what is our coverage leverage? I really don't understand because...
3rd down. Burrow looking for Higgins on the sideline. He's open and he drops it in beautifully. In Arizona territory and out of bounds at the 42.
Spun around right here. Darren Hall, watch. He's going to be lined up out there going out. And now, I'm supposed to be running with T. Higgins. So now you're in a trail. You got Denzel Burke trying to convert to get over there to help out. And we've just seen a few things here today because you've got so many different guys on the back end of this defense playing for the first time.
Time machine? I mean, you're running out of options. 3rd and 6. They bring extra pressure. It's picked up. Burrow steps up. Throwing on the run. Open on the sideline. It's Mike Gasiki with a first down. He got the protection from that well-gifted offensive line, bought time, and got a first down.
Watch Samaje Perine. He sees the blitzer on the other side and comes over and...
2nd and goal. Burrow to throw, looking right, going quickly to the right. Pass is complete to the right. It's Chase Brown, a touchdown, and the Bengals off the turnover go up early.
Chase Brown's looking for 1,000 yards rushing. He's quite the receiver out the backfield as well.
On second down, Burrow to throw again. Lofts it to his left for Higgins. One-handed grab. A flag comes in, but that is a spectacular catch by T. Higgins if it stands. Touchdown seasons.
6'4" with ball skills. We talked about how good he is with his hands. Hold the defender off with his right. All you need is one. That's good every day and on.
Have taken a 1-point lead over the Texans. Jacksonville was up big in their game. Burrow to the outside. This time Higgins reels it in. He had Ross on him again, and he was able to make the catch and hold on.
We mentioned the problems of being an NFL corner. You can have a PBU, but then you got to go guard T. Higgins again. Right now it's just another play.
Burrow sets up in the pocket, throws to the middle. He's got Chase. Chase breaks a tackle at the 5, and he's down to the 4-yard line. He almost bounced his way into the end zone.
I know Jamar Chase runs across the field really well. Look at him break inside on Ross, and he catches in traffic, and then he becomes a running back. Look at him lower his shoulder there. And if he had some teammates, I wouldn't.
72 yards on the ground. Burrow to throw again. Burrow dances to the end zone. Chase, he's got it. He hangs on. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Been here too many times. You get the one-on-one matchup to Jamar Chase, and he just breaks it outside. Look at the strong hands. The strong hands at the catch. This is what he does. This is why this guy has records along with Randy Moss. Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase has been good. So long they've been doing it since the LSU days.
Yeah, that's 3 touchdown passes.